So today we are gonna do the interior of the car. I've done just a test for now. Let's get into it without any more than that. So I got the file with the exterior. Let's just hide some things. But for the interior, we are not having blueprints. So gather as much photos as reference as you can. As I got here, I got some things where I can see exactly what's happening in the interior of the car. So that's gonna help me to guess how the things are going. So we need to hide some things because we are not needing them in the scene, like the rooftop, the windshield, the windows. That's just not helping us. So I'm gonna hide these things, and while I'm hiding this, I've just managed to start a Patreon page. So the files are gonna be there. Of course, there are two tiers. In one tier, you are gonna have the project files and the Patreon shout out. And on the other tier, you are gonna have you can make requests, and also you are gonna have the patron shout out. In both of the tiers, you are gonna have early access. Of course, there is gonna be also free content which I'm gonna share if I have images or textures that I'm making there, which are gonna be used in the tutorials. They are gonna be there. Okay, so now everything it's hidden. We don't need the whole car to be seen. In this way, we are having less geometry. And what's best to do, because we are not gonna work with the subdivided result also from the car mesh, because it's unwanted to do that. It's not helping in any possible way. Like if you are working with the subdivided result, maybe sometimes you are gonna push some points, some polygons too much, and they look good in the subdivided result. But if you are unsubdividing, you are just gonna get the results like something like this. And certainly you are not wanting that. Now in this tutorial, I'm gonna do the case of the interior and the chairs. Let's just duplicate this line here, P selection. Okay, so we are just doing the old movement which we've done also for the exterior of the car. Let me enable point snapping. So this point is gonna snap. I just hide the point. So I'm gonna put that here. Now I can extrude, and I'm just gonna try to put them exactly where they go, where I have points. From now, I will change that to face projection, because I need to go somewhere around here, and I'm not gonna follow any more points but faces. Maybe this point is gonna be somewhere around here. Then I'm gonna extrude. That's gonna be somewhere around here. For the moment, we are doing just approximations for where the things are gonna go. Now I'm not needing anymore the snapping activated, because this point is just gonna go on Z axis. Let's just go on the side. I'm gonna enable see through. So we need to see through, because certainly we don't want to get out of the exterior of the car from the floor there. So we want to be somewhere around here. That's gonna be something like that. And of course, let's also take a look on the photos. So I'm having this photo which is helping me to get the basic shape of the case inside. And I can also see a little bit of the chairs which we are gonna create. So the whole shape here starts for the case with following the outer part of the doors, which in this case it's just something like let's see. So with this point I'm gonna go like that, then I'm gonna put this point around here, let's say GX, so that's gonna stay around here like that. Let's just press Ctrl R, so I'm getting 2 points instead of loops, so they are gonna stay somewhere around here, and they are not exactly on the door, because let me see if I have a photo. Maybe I'm having one photo with that, more understandable. That's just a small photo. I remember I'm having something. So as you can see, from the door here, we are having this part inside and also this part. So it's going more inside. We are gonna work also on the door to get the things right. So maybe I'm just gonna grab the points here and I'm gonna move the things more like that. And also this point, it's gonna stay around this area, not this point, but this point, like that. So I like more the things to go a little bit more smooth. We still need to get the shapes pretty much right, even if we are not having blueprints to see exactly where we need to go. So it's a lot of approximation which we need to get right. Now for the interior, that's the tricky part, because we are required. Let me just get back to that. So I'm gonna go to edges, extrude on y-axis. I don't need anymore to see through. Okay. So now I'm gonna try to create some faces, but it's not working. Okay. So I'm gonna select these edges like that, extrude Y, that's going on here. Select these faces like that. Let's just go to local view. We can see better what's happening around here. Let's also just take a look at on the photos. That's the better looking photo. So here we need to get straight. Like these panels here are gonna be straight, and I'm gonna solve that very fast. I'm just gonna take. Let me first off. I've made the mistake. First off, I'm gonna delete these faces here without the edges, like that. Okay, so if you let me select everything from here, like that, this thing is gonna be extruded. So I'm just gonna extrude on x-axis around here, this thing. Now I'm gonna scale on x-axis to 0, so that's gonna be just straight. Let me go just a little bit more outwards, like this. Maybe I'm having this part visible on the blueprint. Yes, I have a little bit of it shown, so I will go to somewhere like here. So that's exactly where I should be with all the things. Let's just take a look from the side view to see better what's happening. So that's how we need to go. Then I will take these points here, G, Shift D, then X, and maybe I'm gonna be somewhere around here, let's say. So I'm not gonna keep any more these points around here. I'm gonna just delete the verts in this area. Then I select these 2 points and I press F, so I have an edge around there. Now I'm gonna move a little bit these points to something like that. They look just much better in this way. Let's just take a look on the photo. So the things are going pretty much straight here on the door. So the door, it's getting out a little bit. I will show now what's happening. The door panel, it's getting out a little bit. So if I move this point like that, that's like the space where it's gonna be filled by the door panel. Other things than that is just straight. Now I can do the other things like extruding on Y like this. And from here I'm just needing to fill out the spaces. So first off, let me just put one edge loop around here, F for the faces. I don't need to see through anymore. Going into local view. Now we are gonna need to create a lot of edge loops. First off, let me just solve also this area here, because I need also an edge loop around this part. Then anything else is just gonna have its face. Like that's gonna go around here. That's gonna be a point here. Let me just solve it. Like I'm gonna enable auto merge, then snapping by the vertices, and that's gonna go right here. So it's automatically merged. So here I have two cuts which are gonna go like here. So I put this one here, and if I select this edge here, that's just gonna follow the thing how it should be. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 cuts. We can see here that's just 5 cuts that we got, and we are not gonna create faces. Instead, we are enabling again snapping, and in this way, I'm just gonna move the points right here, and I'm snapping them right where they should be. So that's the basic of the faces. We are going out of local view again, and now let's go to the edges. I'm gonna select these edges from here. They're gonna extrude on x-axis. Let's see how much we are gonna go, because we need to follow this line here. Like from what I'm seeing here, this case it's just like that. Is following the panel from here. That's what we can see. GX. So this point is gonna be here. Then every single point is gonna be adjusted to go exactly on that curve. GX. Maybe later I'm gonna adjust them in a way that gonna be just a little bit more inside. So like this, and this point is gonna be just a little bit more up, like that, this way. But this point, it's gonna be more backwards, because it's meeting here. It's going out of this shape, which we don't want. The rest of it looks fine. Let's take a look on the side view. So that's pretty good. Maybe that's too much. I'm gonna leave it to something like that. Here I'm gonna go to something like this, then just like that. So now with these points, I'm gonna extrude going on z-axis. Let me just scale them on z-axis to 0, to something like that. So it's much easier for me to just go with them around this area. I'm gonna go a little bit more on x-axis, and also with this point around here, x-axis. Here I will need to extrude just a little bit more, but let's say that's gonna happen from the whole side. Like the whole edge here, it's gonna go on y-axis, just like that. But we need to adjust some things, like this edge here. It's gonna slide around this area. The other edge, it's fine. It just looks fine to me. That's gonna go on x-axis. Let's see how much. Like that. For the moment, it seems to be pretty good. Maybe a little bit more. As I said, it's a lot of approximation that we are needing to do. We are not having exact points where we need to be. That's gonna stay around here. Okay, so I got the base of it. Now we see here in the middle, this part for the separation goes like that, right from the top here. So we are gonna do the base shape of it. Like I'm gonna select these 2 points here, which are gonna be the same on this area. Now let's go with them a little bit up. Let's see how much we are going up with them. I guess something like that, it's pretty fine. It should be. fine. And these points are gonna be adjusted. Let me first off start also with the bottom ones. So GX, just like that. And we are gonna go just a little bit also with these points here, but we need to adjust them also separated. And here, let's see, that's straight, so I'm not gonna play with that. Also, maybe what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slide these points around here, and I'm gonna keep that part straight here. Like I see here, it's somehow straight, or let me see, just a little bit like that. And I'm gonna select these points around here. They're gonna go on y-axis somewhere around here. So for the moment, that's what I'm gonna do with the points here. Let me see, I'm having something visible here to what's happening. I have the chair. That's gonna be helpful a little bit later. So then I'm gonna select these edges here. Let's see how the edges are gonna look if I'm spacing them even, something like that. That's acceptable. Okay, space like this. Now let's take a look. We can see exactly what's happening around here, around this area. So we have an empty space, like it's a hole in the cutout. Let's see how we are adjusting the lines here. So that's gonna slide somewhere around here. I'm gonna also slide these points around here. Let me get them a little bit better, something like that. I'm gonna select also the edge around here. That's gonna slide somewhere around here like that. Let's see also, maybe I can relax the shapes a little bit like this. That's pretty fine. Okay, so I'm gonna select this area around here, and that's gonna be just an extrusion like that. Now maybe I will go somewhere around here, and we see we are having a shape around this area like that, which is getting more outwards, just a little bit more outwards. And so I'm gonna select these polygons around here, Shift D, P selection. Okay, so I separated the selection. Let me just select them, not the shape. Okay, so I'm gonna select this point. I'm gonna slide it to somewhere like that. Also, the point here is gonna stay like this. Now let's go to polygons again. I'm gonna select the whole thing, then extrude X like this, and let's rotate it on a y-axis. Yes, y-axis is just helpful to us, so I'm gonna leave it to point like that. Then I'm gonna move just a little bit the thing on x-axis, just not to get out too much with it. So something like that should be fine. Let me take one more look. I can go. I don't like exactly what's happening around here. In this way, I'm just gonna slide this on y-axis around here. That's just looking much better. And I'm gonna adjust also this point around here to be on the same spot like that. So that's looking just a little bit better from the shape. And also here, to me, it looks a little bit strange. Like I'm guessing what I need to adjust, it's this point here. So I'm having more of a consistent thickness around the shape. GY. Okay, so that's gonna be here like that. Now let me take a look. Maybe I'm having a little bit of a bevel around the inside of the edge. So I'm gonna select the whole edge, Control B. So something like that should be fine. Now, of course, on the bottom, now we've created an angle. So I'm gonna create an edge loop. That's the faster way. I have an edge loop around here. Then with K, I'm just taking the knife tool and I'm creating an edge right there. And on the other side, we need to do the same. We get the knife tool, And that's it. Now we have quads again. It's just much better. The triangles, let's say, are fine. If you don't have a lot of triangles, it's just fine. You can let one triangle or two in the mesh to be there. But n-gons, they are, when you subdivide the n-gons, they're just messing the whole area. It's not subdividing as you are expecting it to. Now, oops, I'm seeing here that's just a little bit strange from how it's acting. So I'm gonna select the whole thing and I'm going on y-axis like that. Okay, so we solved that part. We solved also this area. Now let's solve the door. I like the fact that now the things are going much faster. I know exactly what I need to do and how I need to do it. Because when I've done the tests, I was like, okay, so how I'm gonna act with that? How I'm gonna go there? And all of these things. So now I just know exactly where I should be with the mesh. Like with this, I'm just gonna duplicate it, then go in on y-axis just for the moment. I'm gonna slide this point around here. Of course, I'm gonna create much more space around here because that's gonna be the polygon, which it's following the whole thing after this shape. So faces over faces over faces, and one more face around here. That's going to be a little bit more outside. Okay, then I need to slide more the point around here, and that's the basic shape which I'm getting. Now I'm gonna select this edge. Let me select this edge, please. Like that. So that's gonna be the edge selected without the bottom one. So I'm gonna extrude on y-axis. Sorry for that. Like this. Then I'm gonna scale on y-axis to 0. So I will have something like that. Of course, I'm gonna rotate on y because that's not exactly how it should be. It should be more on an angle. Again, approximating the things. Here we need to slide. Here I'm having a triangle. Solved. No more triangles. Okay, then I'm gonna slide this point around here, and that's pretty much a good shape. Let's just select polygons. I'm gonna go on the top view, then I'm gonna move that on x-axis like this. So I'm gonna select also this point around here, gx, like that. So that's gonna be the inside of the door, and we need to do something also on the other side. So on the other side, how the things should go, that's the bigger edge which I'm gonna select, and I'm gonna select it until this part, maybe also with this. You know what, I'm gonna select the whole thing. So I'm gonna select also this small edge around here, and first off I'm gonna extrude and go on x-axis. But what's happening? I will enable snapping, and I'm gonna merge this point around here, and this point is gonna be around here, around this part. 1 second, I've merged them or something. I will need to make another cut. So I merge it here. I will do a cut on this area, then I dissolve this edge around here, so I keep the flow. Okay, so that's it. The reason why I'm doing that is because, as I said, the door panel is getting more inside underneath. So I'm gonna slide this point to something like that. And also this point is gonna go a little bit more. Let me see what I'm selecting exactly, so I don't mess up the things. Okay, so so from this point till this point, I will go just a little bit more on x-axis to something like that. That's just good. Now let's adjust a little bit the things around here because they're getting out of the mesh. That's gonna go just a little bit more like that. And then we need to straighten the things around here. So the way of going, it's like from this edge till this edge around here, like that. So I'm gonna extrude on Y, scale on Y to 0. We just got something like that. Let's take a look from the side view so we can see better what's happening. Rotate on x-axis like this. Let's just adjust more the position of it around here. That's just good. Let me slide the points so we are having a better view for the things. So here again it's a triangle, which for this one I will solve it in another way. I'm gonna select this face around here, then dissolve the edge. 1 second. Okay, things solved. I also got the second monitor. It just like turned off. Things are happening. Okay, so I solved the quad there. Like again, I'm having a quad here. All fine. Let's see how the things are acting here. I'm just gonna slide this point around here. So G twice. That's gonna slide around this area. And much more than that, I guess we are not gonna push the whole geometry. Maybe I will, what I will do, I will take, let me take this edge. Why is not letting me select that edge? Okay, so I have that edge selected until this edge. So every single edge is selected also with this one. Like that. So I'm gonna extrude on x-axis to a point like that. Let me just see exactly what we are having to deal with. I'm gonna go to top view, so I see that's going a little bit out. I'm gonna push the geometry around this area. Then I will get the geometry just a little bit down, like that. Maybe I'm gonna scale also on X just a little bit. We still need to adjust some points, like these 2 points are gonna stay around here. Then by selecting this edge, I will create a face if it's letting me, if it's not doing the right thing, and the face around this area, just like that. So we are having an end to this panel around here. Now let's go out of local view. The door panels are gonna be for a later tutorial. Let's see how the things are acting here. Maybe I'm gonna go just a little bit more like that, but I will need to adjust the points around here, like this. That's just much better. Okay, so the best part, the part which I was waiting for, it's that of creating the chair. And we cannot create it like right away. Just start with the chair. No. So I'm having the origin enabled. Yes, it's here. Let me just get that to the world origin, and then we need a point of reference how the chair is gonna look, because the chair is created for a person to sit on it. It needs to be comfortable. And we have like, let me get a basic human meta rig, something like that. That's just perfect. Let's take a look on the dimensions. That's 198. I guess that's a little bit too big. So I'm gonna go with 175. It's in millimeters, so we have to go with 750 millimeters. I'm gonna adjust a little bit also the x-axis for it. Let's just say that we are having something like that. It should be fine. Like the arms, they need to establish approximately the same length as the height of the object. Of course, we are not getting exactly on the point with it, so something like that. Okay, let's take a look on the local view. I'm gonna rotate it 90 degrees, 90 degrees, something like that. Now let's just position it on y-axis around here. Then I'm gonna enable see-through. Let's pause the thing. First of all, let me select this. So I'm gonna rotate on y-axis. It's gonna be like that. The point of sitting is gonna be here. Let's say around here, just like that. There's gonna be rotate more. Now I'm gonna adjust the legs. So I'm gonna put them around here. Then that's gonna sit around here. We still see through. Let's see how he's sitting. Looks pretty good. Looks like he's in place, but he needs to be a little bit more down, because that's the part of the head which it's like getting out to the rooftop, which it's not exactly how it's supposed to be. So he's supposed to stay around this area. The chair is just low like that. Now let's go back to pose mode. So I'm adjusting a little bit more the pose. I hope this. Okay, so we are close to the right position. I'm gonna move just a little bit the legs like that. Let's get out of pose mode. Okay, I'm gonna rotate a little bit more on y-axis like that. That's gonna go like this. Let's see, just a little bit more. So like that. Now let's also adjust the hands. That's gonna go on z-axis around here. Rotate Z like that. Maybe I will bring a little bit closer the mesh, or rotate Y around here. That's gonna be the position of the steering wheel. Now I see that's around here. Let me take a look on the photo. So the steering wheel is getting out just a little bit to a point like here. Now let's see where we are with the hands. So they are right on the spot here, and in this way we know exactly where we should be with the chair. Now the head, maybe it's gonna go something like that, just like this. Now let's see also the side photo. So the chair on the side photo, it's around here. Pretty good. That's the exact position. We are not gonna take every single point from the rig exactly how it is, because after all the rig needs to have some thickness as it's a human. So maybe this point here is gonna be more up like that. We just need to have a point of reference how the person is gonna sit here. Like we can see that's going just low, but I can guess also from the photos that the chairs are very low. That's how they are going on the sports car. Okay, so now we see also the mesh is fitting inside of our car. I'm just gonna select you know what, I'm gonna select everything from here like that. Shift D, P selection. Okay, so I select that. Then I will go up just around here, let's say. Now let's adjust the things. So I'm gonna select the whole edge here, scale on x-axis. That's gonna be straight, going on x around here. I need to be somewhere like that, from what I'm seeing from the chairs. Yes, something like this. Now maybe I need to go a little bit more with this part. From what I'm seeing here, that's going just much more. It's getting bigger here than here. So I'm gonna do also that. GX like that. That's just too much. So that's gonna be around here. And also I'm gonna put much more up that part. The rest of it is gonna be created on another episode from the tutorial. For the moment, let's now focus on the basics of the chair. I'm gonna just get rid of the edges here for the moment. We don't need a lot of geometry. So let's take a look on the chairs. So they are pretty much right there, right on the spot here. Then here I'm gonna scale on y-axis. Let me just get to the top view. So maybe that's gonna be around this area. Then I'm gonna extrude on z-axis. I'm gonna be somewhere like here. Let me just get a photo so I can see exactly what's happening. So I'm gonna slide the point around this area. This point is gonna be around this area. We are just getting the basics of it. Then let me see, gx, something like that. I'm gonna get a cut at this point, gx, like that. So that's gonna sit straight around here. Then let's also scale on y-axis, gy. So I'm close to the spot, something like that. I just got the basic shape out of the chair. Now let's take a look. Maybe I'm going to the other photo around here, like that. So I can see that here it's bigger. It's just bigger. And I also have something like, let's see. Let me just get that cut. So around here I'm having a cut in this area. Here everything it's fine. Now I'm gonna select the edge here and the edge here. Extrude scale on Y. For the moment I'm gonna scale to something like that. Then let's take a look. So that's what's happening. This is gonna just go like this. This is gonna go more around here and on the x-axis, and this part is gonna be scaled like that, maybe going a little bit on z-axis around here, and then it's gonna go more outwards like that. Pretty good. Now I'm gonna put one more cut. Maybe that's gonna be around here for the moment. I'm gonna slide the points around here, and the reason why I put the edge here, I'm just gonna move it on x-axis so I can get this this kind of a shape, as we can see here. So that's the basic of the chair. Let me just get a solidify modifier so we can see better what's happening around this area. Like that. Maybe I'm gonna solidify just a little bit more, like let's say 50 millimeters, just like that. Now I will add also 2 edge loops around here. That's gonna be a little bit more on x-axis, just like that. Here, what I don't like is just intersecting with the middle part, and also here. So I'm gonna adjust the things like that. So that's pretty good. Now let's take a look. I'm having a middle cut around here. Let me see. That's gonna be by these edges. I'm gonna adjust them around this area. We are gonna need to do some separations. Like I see here, I am having 3 points. So something like that. It's happening also there. I'm gonna get 1 point around here, then scale on Y, just like that. So you can see something like this. And of course, I'm gonna adjust these points around this area and slide these points around this area like that, because here we see this kind of a thing. Now, if we do the separations, we can see better exactly what's happening. So here, the whole thing is gonna be separated. P selection, like that. Maybe. Yes, I forgot something. Or no, that's just fine. Just like that. Okay, let me just curve a little bit the shape around here. GX, like this. That's gonna go more on X, like that. And I'm gonna scale a little bit on Y-axis this area, like that. Now I'm gonna slide this area around here, this area around here. Then let's select, first of, that's gonna be one part, P selection. That's gonna be another part. We need to do a lot of separations in between the panels. That's another polygon. Also here, that's gonna be a whole another part. P selection, or wait, one small adjustment before I do that. Around here. Okay. Here, let's see. So here I'm having this panel around here, this panel around here, and also here it's one, but in my shape it's gonna be here. And also I need to separate this. Now with everything selected, maybe we can go on the local view so we can see better what's happening. Now we can also see the separations happening in between of the panels. So these are gonna be the objects which we are needing to adjust for more details. I'm seeing I am having already 55 minutes of recording. I don't know exactly how much I can reduce from it. Maybe for the moment I'm gonna leave the things like that. There were a lot of adjustments made to the interior, and I will do a second part where I get the details, all the details to the chairs. So let's get bigger the camera. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. That was the basics of the interior modeling. We just started it with the chairs, and we are gonna have to do like the dashboard and the whole part of the infotainment of the car, plus the gear stick, something like that. Now if you find the tutorial helpful, please leave me a like, share it with your friends, comment if you have any questions, and subscribe if you want to see more, because more tutorials are gonna come. Thank you for your time. Bye.